There is a kind of power the world doesn't talk about enough. The power of silence. Not the silence of weakness, not the silence of fear, but the silence of strategy. The silence of someone who knows exactly where they're going and doesn't need to announce every step of the journey. Napoleon Hill taught that success belongs to those who think accurately, act intentionally, and protect their minds from outside influence. Today, in this noisy world of constant opinions, endless notifications, and everyone broadcasting everything, the ability to keep your mouth shut is a superpower. When you're young, you feel the urge to tell people every idea you have, every plan you're dreaming of, every goal you're chasing. You want people to cheer for you, encourage you, hype you up. But here's the truth. The more you talk about your dreams, the more vulnerable they become. People will misunderstand them. Some will doubt them. Some will secretly hope you fail so they feel better about not trying. And some will take the energy you should be putting into building your life and drain it with fear, negativity, or jealousy. When you stay quiet, you stay focused. When you move in silence, you move with strength. The dream grows in the dark before it shines in the light. A seed doesn't talk about becoming a tree, it just grows. A lion doesn't announce when it's about to hunt, it just does it. Your success does not need a speech, it needs work, it needs consistency, it needs commitment. You don't become great by talking, you become great by doing. Silence protects your energy, silence protects your confidence, silence protects your direction. Silence forces you to rely on yourself instead of depending on the reactions of others. And that is how self-belief is built, through private victories, private discipline, private promises kept. Every time you keep a commitment that nobody knows about, you strengthen the roots of your character, and strong roots build strong results. So as you prepare for your next steps in life, especially heading into 2026, a year that will bring opportunities, challenges, and changes, learn to hold your tongue, keep your ideas close, guard your plans like treasure, learn which thoughts deserve to be spoken and which deserve to be protected. Because when you master silence, you master direction. And when you master direction, success becomes inevitable. Your silence is not emptiness, it is fuel, it is focus, it is preparation. Move quietly, work loudly, let your results make the noise. One of the greatest lessons you can learn as you grow into adulthood is this: not everyone deserves a front row seat to your dreams. Napoleon Hill taught that the mind is like a garden. Your ideas are seeds, your goals are seeds, your vision for your future is a seed. And if you plant those seeds in soil that isn't ready, soil that is negative, jealous, doubtful, or weak, they will never grow. When you reveal your plans too early, you expose your dreams to environments that can destroy them before they ever take root. Most young people fail not because they lack talent, but because they talk too soon. They announce their goals before they've built the self-belief to protect those goals. They share their dreams with people who can't dream for themselves. They look for support from individuals who don't even support their own growth. And in doing so, they invite criticism, fear, and doubt into the early stages of their vision, the most fragile stage of all. Your plans need time to grow inside you. They need time to develop strength. They need time to be shaped, revised, improved, tested. If you talk too early, you drain the energy meant for action. Talking gives your brain the illusion of progress, even when nothing has happened yet. But success doesn't come from talking. It comes from movement, discipline, and daily progress. When you keep your plans private, you maintain control. You are not influenced by opinions. You are not slowed down by someone else's fear. You are not distracted by praise or discouraged by judgment. You stay focused on the work instead of the reaction. That is how winners think. That is how leaders move. That is how the future is built. Understand something powerful. Your dreams are sacred. They are not entertainment for others. They are not content for people to gossip about. They are not invitations for someone to give you permission. You don't need permission. You need persistence. You need patience. You need silence and strategy. As you step toward 2026, a year that can be a turning point if you choose to make it one, promise yourself this: I will not reveal my plans until they turn into results. Work in peace. Build in private. Prepare without applause. Let them see your actions, not your announcements. Let them see your growth, not your predictions. Let them see the success, not the blueprint. Because when your plans finally materialize, the world will not ask what you were talking about. They will ask how you did it. And the answer will be simple: you protected your dream long enough for it to become real. Move quietly. Build fiercely. Let your results speak in a voice louder than any explanation ever could. One of the hardest lessons you will ever learn on your journey to success is this: never expect to receive in the same measure that you give. This truth hurts at first, but it becomes a source of incredible strength once you understand it. Napoleon Hill often said that a person becomes powerful when they stop depending on others for their emotional reward. Because the moment your happiness depends on someone else's reaction, you lose control of your life. Giving is beautiful. Helping others is noble. Being kind makes the world brighter. But expecting people to return that kindness at the same level, that is where most disappointment begins. Young people especially fall into this trap. You give your time, your attention, your support, and you hope it comes back in the same form. But life doesn't always work like that. Some people can't give back. Some people won't give back. And some people don't even know how. If your self-worth is tied to how others treat you, you will always feel unstable. You will become a slave to their moods, their choices, their appreciation, or the lack of it. Your spirit will rise or fall depending on whether people notice your efforts. And that is no way to live. That is no way to grow. That is no way to build a future. When you learn to give without expecting, something shifts inside you. You become emotionally free. You become stronger. You stop confusing generosity with dependency. You stop seeking approval through your actions. Instead of doing things to be seen, you do them because they align with who you want to become. Giving becomes a reflection of your character, not a contract with the world. Some days you will give love and receive silence. Some days you will give effort and receive excuses. Some days you will support someone who never shows up for you, and that's okay. Because what you receive is not your responsibility, what you give is. You cannot control other people, but you can control your spirit, your integrity, and your standards. When you give without expecting, you protect your peace. You protect your emotional stability. You protect your growth. And most importantly, you protect your future from being shaped by people who don't understand your heart. As you move into 2026, a year where you will build habits, face challenges, and create opportunities, you must learn to anchor your emotional life inside yourself. Celebrate your own kindness. Recognize your own effort. Value your own heart. When you stop expecting others to fill your cup, you learn how to fill it yourself. That is where confidence begins. That is where self-love begins. That is where real maturity begins. Giving is powerful, but expecting is painful. Set yourself free. Give because it's who you are. Grow because it's who you're becoming. Your reward will come, maybe not from the same people, maybe not in the same way, but always in the right time. And when it does, you will be glad you never stopped being the best version of yourself. There is a truth that every young person must understand before they step into the next chapter of life. You don't become great overnight. You become great little by little, day by day, choice by choice. Napoleon Hill said that success is never a sudden explosion. It's the result of small daily improvements that accumulate over time until one day the world calls it luck. Most people want big results, but ignore the small habits. They want the final chapter, but skip the pages. They want success, but avoid the routine. They want the trophy, but don't respect the training. And that is why they stay stuck, because real transformation doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from hundreds of small moments where you choose discipline over comfort, growth over laziness, purpose over distraction. Getting better every day doesn't mean changing your entire life in one sunrise. It means choosing one thing you will improve today, one habit you will strengthen, one weakness you will confront, one step you will take toward your goals. Success is built the same way a building is constructed, brick by brick, and most of the bricks are small, simple, unglamorous actions that nobody sees. Read one more page, learn one more skill, practice one more hour, fix one bad habit, break one negative pattern. These micro wins are not meaningless. They are the foundation of your future. They are the evidence that you are moving forward. And when you collect enough small victories, your confidence rises, your mindset expands, your discipline grows stronger, and your potential becomes more visible to yourself and to the world. There will be days when progress feels slow, days when you feel stuck, days when nothing seems to change. But here is the secret. Consistent effort always creates invisible progress. Just because you don't see the results yet doesn't mean the work is not working. Seeds don't show results on day one. They grow roots before they grow leaves. Your progress is doing the same. It is building strength below the surface before it reveals itself above the surface. In preparation for 2026, a year that could become a defining chapter of your life, make a commitment to daily improvement, not perfection, not comparison, not pressure, just progress. Every day ask yourself, what can I do today to become a slightly better version of who I was yesterday? Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's cutting one distraction. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's studying for 30 minutes. Maybe it's practicing patience or gratitude. Maybe it's choosing not to react emotionally. Every improvement counts. Every step matters. Every action builds momentum. And momentum is the force that carries you into greatness. Success does not belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most consistent, the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it, the ones who chase progress instead of perfection, the ones who collect small victories until those victories transform into a new identity. Remember this, if you get even 1% better every day, by the end of 2026 you will not recognize the person you've become. That's the power of daily improvement. That's the path to greatness, and that is the road you are meant to walk. If you want to build a successful future, if you want to enter 2026 with strength instead of stress, clarity instead of confusion, and confidence instead of fear, you must understand one life-changing principle. Gratitude is a magnet for greatness. It is impossible to rise in life when you only focus on what you lack, but it is equally impossible to not rise when you consistently appreciate what you already have. Napoleon Hill taught that the mind becomes powerful when it focuses on abundance instead of limitation. When your attention is on blessings, your energy becomes stronger. When your attention is on problems, your power weakens. Gratitude is not just a positive emotion, it is a strategy, a tool, a mental weapon. It shifts your perspective from "I don't have enough" to "I already have more than I realize." And that mindset creates the foundation for success. Many young people feel lost because they're always chasing the next thing: more money, more attention, more validation, more status. But chasing without appreciating leads to emptiness. You can only build a great life on top of a grateful heart. Gratitude is what keeps you grounded while you grow. It keeps you humble while you rise. It keeps you peaceful while you work. And most importantly, it keeps your mind open to the opportunities that are already around you. Gratitude is powerful because it changes your inner vibration. When you focus on what's going right, you attract more of what's right. When you focus on what's missing, you attract more lack. Every time you say thank you, even for something small, you tell your mind there is abundance present, and your subconscious begins searching for more abundance. This is why people who practice gratitude are happier, more confident, more creative, and more driven. Think about it. You woke up today. You have a chance to grow. You have lessons from your past. You have a mind that can think, a heart that can feel, a body that can move, a spirit that can rise. These things alone are priceless. Most of the world does not have the opportunities you already have, and when you appreciate them, you gain strength and motivation instead of fear and stress. Gratitude also protects you from jealousy and comparison, two destructive forces that steal joy from millions of young people today. When you compare yourself to others, you destroy your confidence. When you appreciate what's yours, you strengthen it. Gratitude reminds you that your journey is unique, your timing is unique, your gifts are unique. There is no competition when you understand that what is meant for you cannot be taken by anyone else. As you prepare for 2026, build the habit of daily gratitude. Start your morning by listing 3 things you're grateful for. End your night by acknowledging 1 thing that went right. Thank your struggles for the lessons they gave you. Thank your wins for the momentum they bring. Thank your life because even with its challenges, it is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and sharper. Gratitude is not weakness. Gratitude is fuel. It lifts your spirit, strengthens your resilience, and prepares you to receive the success you're working toward. If you practice gratitude every day, your mind will expand, your vision will sharpen, and your confidence will grow. And by the time 2026 arrives, you will not only be ready for the next chapter, you will be ready to create it. One of the most difficult truths you will ever face on your journey to success is this: sometimes the thing you're holding on to is the very thing stopping you from growing. Napoleon Hill taught that progress requires clarity, and clarity often requires release. You cannot step into your future if your hands are still gripping your past. You cannot rise if you are carrying weight that was never meant to be yours. You cannot create a new chapter if you refuse to close the old one. As young people, we often hold on too tightly to friendships that no longer support us, to habits that drain our energy, to routines that keep us stuck, to environments that limit our potential, and to identities we have outgrown. We hold on because letting go feels uncomfortable. It feels risky. It feels like losing a part of ourselves. But the truth is, you cannot become who you are meant to be if you refuse to let go of who you used to be. Letting go is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is strength. It is awareness. It is saying, I deserve better than this cycle. I deserve better than this stress. I deserve better than this version of myself. Letting go is choosing peace over chaos, growth over comfort, and purpose over attachment. It is understanding that not everything in your life was meant to stay. Some things were meant to teach you, shape you, warn you, or prepare you. Sometimes you are holding on to a relationship that drains your joy. Sometimes you are holding on to a habit that steals your time. Sometimes you are holding on to a dream that no longer matches who you are becoming. Sometimes you are holding on to a version of yourself that was shaped by fear, hurt, or insecurity. And the longer you hold on, the more you limit your potential. Letting go clears space. Space for new opportunities, new people, new experiences, new ideas, and a stronger version of yourself. When you release what no longer serves you, you open the door for what will. When you stop fighting for what is breaking you, you give life a chance to bring you what can build you. Your future cannot enter a life that is already full of old energy. As you prepare for 2026, a year that can redefine your growth, you must ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that is no longer helping me? A negative mindset, a limiting belief, a toxic friend, a bad habit, a memory that keeps hurting me, a fear that keeps stopping me. Whatever it is, understand this. Letting go is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the doorway to your next level. You do not lose by letting go. You lose by holding on to what is already gone. When you finally release what is weighing you down, you rise faster, you think clearer, you move with purpose, you act with courage, and you grow into a version of yourself that you once thought was impossible. Letting go is how you make room for your future. Letting go is how transformation begins. Letting go is how you free yourself. Open your hands, release the weight, and step forward with confidence, because the life ahead of you is far greater than anything you're leaving behind. Everyone wants financial freedom. Everyone wants to buy the things they want without checking the price tag. Everyone wants the lifestyle that allows them to breathe, to enjoy life, to give to their family, to elevate themselves without stress. But very few people want to face the truth that Napoleon Hill spent his whole life teaching. Success is earned through relentless effort, not wishful thinking. The moment you stop looking at the clock and start giving your work everything you have, that is the moment your life begins to change. In this generation, distractions are everywhere. Young people are pulled between entertainment, social media, comparison, and short attention spans. Many want rewards without the hours. They want confidence without discipline. They want success without sacrifice. But the world does not work that way. Real success demands real work. Work that stretches you, challenges you, shapes you, and prepares you. And yes, sometimes that work feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels lonely. Sometimes it feels like it isn't paying off fast enough. But greatness grows in the quiet hours when no one is watching. If you want to live the kind of life where you don't panic over bills, if you want to live the kind of life where money becomes a tool, not a fear, if you want to live the kind of life where you take care of the people you love, if you want to live the kind of life where you can look in the mirror and say, I built this, then you must learn how to work with intensity, consistency, and purpose. Stop counting the minutes. Stop chasing the shortcuts. Stop looking for easy routes. Stop expecting success to arrive before the work does. Instead, become the person who shows up even when it's not convenient, especially when it's not convenient. Most people quit early because they expect fast results. They don't understand that every hour of hard work is an investment that builds interest over time. They want the lifestyle before they build the character. They want the reward before they master the discipline. But success never goes to the impatient. It goes to the committed. Think of any person who inspires you. An entrepreneur, an athlete, a creator, a leader. What do they all have in common? Not talent, not luck, not perfect timing. They have work ethic. They have the ability to push when others stop. They have the willingness to keep going when it's boring, when it's tough, when it's slow, when it's uncertain. They understand that work is not punishment. It is preparation. It is what shapes your identity, sharpens your skills, and separates you from the masses. As you prepare for 2026, a year filled with opportunity for those willing to seize it, remember this truth. Your work will give you the freedom you dream of, not a job, not a miracle. Your work, your grind, your consistency, your focus, your discipline. Every hour you invest now will return to you multiplied in the future. Stop watching the clock. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop doubting your ability. Start working like the life you want depends on it, because it does. Your future self is watching. Your dreams are waiting. And the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the effort you decide to give today. As you grow, one of the most important lessons you will ever learn is this. Every person who enters your life comes with a purpose, but not all of them are meant to stay forever. Napoleon Hill taught that relationships can either lift you higher or hold you down. The people around you influence your mindset, shape your habits, and impact the direction of your life more than you realize. If you want to rise, you must understand the role each person plays in your journey. Some people come into your life to teach you, and their lessons are priceless. Some come to support you, and their presence feels like a blessing. Some come to challenge you, pushing you out of your comfort zone. Some come to wake you up, revealing truths you've been avoiding. And some come to show you who you must never become. Every relationship has a purpose, but not every relationship has permanence. Young people often make the mistake of trying to hold on to everyone. They fear losing friends. They fear being alone. They fear change. But life will not allow everyone to walk with you into your future. Some people are meant for your past. Some people belong to certain chapters, not the entire book. And if you try to keep people whose season has finished, you limit your own growth. You will meet people who inspire you, keep them close. You will meet people who drain you, love them from afar. You will meet people who use you, walk away with peace. You will meet people who believe in you, appreciate them deeply. And you will meet people who reveal your strength. Thank them even if it hurts. Understanding this helps you avoid bitterness, confusion, and emotional chaos. Instead of asking, why did this happen, you begin to ask, what did this teach me? Every connection is a piece of your development. Some people enter your life to guide you toward your purpose. Others enter to expose your weaknesses so you can fix them. And some enter to prepare you for someone better, stronger, and more aligned with who you are becoming. As you prepare for 2026, a year that will demand maturity, awareness, and emotional intelligence, you must become selective with your circle. You must protect your energy, your time, your goals, and your future. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow, celebrate your progress, respect your boundaries, encourage your purpose, match your effort. Bring peace, not chaos. Your circle is your environment, and your environment shapes your destiny. Do not chase people who walk away. Do not force relationships that suffocate your growth. Do not hold on to someone just because you're afraid of being alone. Your future requires you to walk with people who are aligned with your vision, not your fears. And here's the beautiful part. When you let go of people who are not meant for you, life replaces them with people who are. People who make you better, not bitter. People who ignite your spirit, not drain your energy. People who see your potential, not your flaws. People who walk with you, not against you. Everyone who comes into your life is either a blessing or a lesson, and both are necessary. Honor the lessons, appreciate the blessings, and keep moving forward with clarity, confidence, and peace. Your journey is sacred. Your circle should be too. There is a truth about success that most young people are never taught. The moment you start growing, life will test you. The moment you begin moving toward your goals, unexpected challenges appear. The moment you become focused, distractions multiply. The moment you rise, resistance rises with you. And this isn't a sign to stop. It is proof that you're on the right path. Napoleon Hill believed that every step toward success attracts a force that challenges your direction. Not to punish you, but to strengthen you. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. Growth demands resilience. Progress demands character. Success demands maturity. And these qualities are built through the obstacles you face while climbing toward your goals. Think about this carefully. When you stay average, nobody bothers you. When you waste time, nobody interrupts you. When you live without purpose, life feels smooth, too smooth. But the moment you start improving yourself, forces begin to push back. Why? Because success requires you to become someone stronger than who you were yesterday. And that transformation happens through pressure. When you start waking up earlier, laziness tries to pull you back. When you start working on your goals, distractions appear out of nowhere. When you start saving money, unexpected expenses show up. When you start building confidence, old doubts try to return. When you start believing in yourself, negative people suddenly have opinions. When you start focusing on your future, your past tries to get your attention. This is not coincidence, it's a test of your commitment, a test of your discipline, a test of your vision, a test of whether you're serious or just excited. Many people quit at the first sign of pressure because they think it means they're failing, but pressure is not a sign of failure. Pressure is a sign of progress. Pressure builds strength. Resistance builds character. Tests build wisdom. Challenges prepare you. Every challenge you face on your way to success is like training. You're being shaped, refined, strengthened, sharpened. You are becoming the version of yourself who can handle the blessings you're asking for. Life will never hand big opportunities to someone who cannot carry them. And here is something powerful to understand. Challenges appear right before breakthroughs. When it gets hard, you are closer to your next level than you think. The last mile is always the toughest. The last chapter always tests you the most. The moment before the breakthrough feels like everything is against you because you're about to rise. As you prepare for 2026, expect challenges, not as obstacles, but as indicators that you are moving in the right direction. When life pushes you, push back. When things get harder, get stronger. When distractions increase, focus deeper. When doubt appears, speak louder to your purpose. You are not being stopped, you are being shaped. You are being prepared for what you asked for. Every test is building the version of you who can handle success. Every challenge is refining your discipline. Every setback is strengthening your mindset. Every obstacle is training your spirit. You are not alone. You are not off track. You are not failing. You are growing. You are rising. You are becoming. Remember this, pressure doesn't break strong people. Pressure builds them, and you are becoming stronger every day. As you grow wiser, stronger, and more aligned with the person you want to become, you will eventually face a surprising truth. Your success will not make everyone happy. In fact, some people will feel uncomfortable when you rise. Some will feel threatened. Some will become distant. Some will judge you. And some will misunderstand you completely. This is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It is a sign that you are finally doing something right. Napoleon Hill often said that when a person begins to move with purpose, they instantly stand out. Most people live on autopilot. Most people choose comfort over growth. Most people repeat their days instead of improving them. So when you begin to separate yourself through effort, discipline, and ambition, it disrupts the world around you. People prefer you to stay the same because your evolution forces them to face their own stagnation. When you become focused, you will upset those who want you distracted. When you become disciplined, you will upset those who avoid responsibility. When you choose growth, you will upset people who fear change. When you chase your dreams, you will upset those who gave up on theirs. When you believe in yourself, you will upset those who never built that belief. When you develop standards, you will upset people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. Understand this clearly. Your growth will make some people uncomfortable because it highlights where they are not growing. It has nothing to do with you. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Their opinions are not your burden. Their resistance is not your signal to stop. It is your confirmation to continue. Young people often make the mistake of shrinking themselves to avoid judgment. They hide their talents, water down their dreams, stay in places they've outgrown, or limit their potential just to make others comfortable. But you cannot live a small life just to protect someone else's insecurities. You cannot dim your light because someone else prefers the darkness. You cannot slow down your journey just because someone else refuses to start theirs. When your success begins to bother people, you must not react emotionally. See it for what it is, a sign that you are evolving. Growth exposes you. Growth separates you. Growth moves you into circles that match your future, not your past. And yes, growth can cause distance. That is normal. That is necessary. That is part of becoming the strongest version of yourself. As you prepare for 2026, a year that will reward discipline, self-awareness, and courage, you must develop emotional independence. You must learn how to move without seeking approval. You must trust your path even when others don't understand it. You must stay focused even when people criticize your choices. You must walk forward even when some choose to walk away. Success requires bravery. The bravery to stand alone when necessary. The bravery to be misunderstood. The bravery to face judgment without losing your direction. Do not worry when people talk. Do not fear when people doubt you. Do not shrink when people question your decisions. Keep going, keep growing, keep rising. Because the truth is simple. If you are upsetting people by improving your life, you are improving the right things. Let your growth speak louder than their opinions. Let your actions silence their doubt. Let your future prove what your heart has always known. You were never meant to stay where you started. Rise and keep rising, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Your journey is bigger than their judgment. As we bring together everything you've learned in these 10 powerful rules, understand this. You are shaping the person you will become in 2026 and beyond. Every rule, every lesson, every principle is a piece of your foundation. You are not just preparing for success, you are preparing for a new identity, a stronger identity, a wiser identity, a disciplined identity. The version of you who will rise in 2026 is already being built today, one decision at a time. Let's put it all together. You began with silence because a strong mind doesn't need noise. When you keep your mouth shut and move in silence, you protect your ideas, you protect your energy, and you protect your direction. Silence gives you power. Then you learn the importance of protecting your plans. Dreams must be nurtured privately before they're revealed publicly. Plans spoken too soon lose strength. When you guard your vision, you guard your future. You learn that giving without expecting is emotional freedom. When you stop depending on others for validation, you become self-reliant. You rise above disappointment. You grow from the inside out. True confidence comes from knowing who you are, not from what others give you. Next, you discovered the power of daily progress. Success is not one big moment, it is thousands of small ones. Every day you get a little better, you strengthen your discipline and build momentum. Progress compounds, improvement grows, and your future shifts. Then came gratitude, the energy that transforms your mindset. Gratitude sharpens your focus, attracts opportunities, reduces comparison, and builds emotional strength. A grateful heart sees possibility instead of limitation. Gratitude is the root of abundance. You learn that letting go is necessary for rising higher. You cannot carry old weight into a new life, whether it is a habit, a person, a fear, or a version of yourself. Releasing what holds you back is how you prepare for your next level. You face the truth about hard work. Real freedom is earned through real effort. The more you focus, the more you commit, the more you work without checking the clock, the more opportunities open. Work ethic is the difference between wishing for success and achieving it. You discovered that people come into your life for a reason. Every person brings a lesson or a blessing. Some come to guide you, others come to challenge you. Some come to walk with you, others come to walk away, so you can walk forward. Then you learn that challenges increase when you rise. Pressure appears as proof of progress. Obstacles show your potential. Difficult moments build the strength needed for the success you're creating. Challenges are not stopping you, they are shaping you. And finally, you learn that your success will upset some people. Growth exposes insecurities. Ambition reveals differences. Discipline separates you from those who avoid responsibility. But this is not your problem. It is confirmation that you're leveling up. So what does all this mean for you? It means you are becoming someone powerful, someone intentional, someone focused, someone who protects their peace, chooses their path, and builds their future with discipline and courage. Someone who no longer seeks approval, someone who rises through pressure, someone who understands that nothing changes unless you change. These 10 rules are not just ideas, they are your blueprint. Use silence to protect your direction. Use privacy to protect your dreams. Use generosity to protect your heart. Use progress to build confidence. Use gratitude to shift your mindset. Use release to create space for your next level. Use effort to build real freedom. Use wisdom to choose the right people. Use challenges to grow stronger. Use success to reveal your true potential. If you live by these principles, by the time 2026 arrives, you will not recognize the person you've become, and you will be proud of that. You will look back and say, that was the moment I decided to grow. That was the moment I changed my life. Your future is not waiting to be discovered. Your future is waiting to be built by you. And now that you know the rules, the work begins.